Well, hello my fellow friends, YouTubers, and of course you all know the drill. No family. You know guys, I quite like the somewhat longer vlog where I can talk more in depth about stuff to you. And as you all know, like you can see it right behind my ear, I have another cigarette. So get ready for another long one. Because you see, today I wanted to talk to you about music. And music for me, it means a great deal to me. I've only been to 2 concerts in my life. One of them I was kicked out from pretty early on. I'll tell you that in a minute. And the other one was Set It Off last February. And that was just amazing. I don't know if you know Set It Off. I've talked about them earlier. But I'm a huge fan of them. Their music, they describe it as orchestral rock, and it just speaks to me. Their music, their lyrics, the melody, the rhythm, it's just a complete package. It's awesome. And for me that is one of the reasons why I like them so much, because the music's great, but the lyrics also like talk to me. They make a difference in my life. I mean, if you look at the song Horrible Kids, I will post a link down below for you to check it out. But that song, that is all about bullies, and seeing as I got bullied when I was younger and always wanted to strike back, and in a way I did, but I can't talk about that. But just the feeling of wanting to strike back, they've captured that so perfectly. I can't even wrap my head around it. Another song that I also like is Breathe In, Breathe Out, Nightmare, and there are just so many good songs from them. They only have one debut album, and they're re-releasing their debut album, which I'm gonna buy for sure. But in September, I'm gonna go see them again in the Netherlands, and it's gonna be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. But before that, I have my birthday. So, woohoo, birthday. Money! No, but, I don't know, Set It Off is just, for me, they are one of my favorite bands alongside Disturbed. And Disturbed is another one of those bands that really has the complete package, like the music, the lyrics. And for me, I'll tell you a little bit about my music history. I started with rave hardcore, and that's like Dutch hardcore, and that's like electronic music, boom 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 boom, that sort of music. It's something that calmed me down, because many people don't know this, but actually for me, the more aggressive the music is, the more it calms me down, because I can vent my aggression in the song, if that makes sense. But I started with hardcore, and then one of my classmates, Robert Jan, he showed me Battery by Metallica. And the next day I downloaded the complete discography of Metallica. So basically every song that Metallica ever made up to that point. And I just started listening to Metallica religiously. I mean, I haven't listened to Metallica in quite a while because I've found new bands. But whenever I hear a Metallica song, 9 out of 10 I can sing along pretty well, even though it's been quite some time that I've listened to them. But eventually I heard Disturbed, and it was just boom, my new favorite. And when I heard Disturbed for the first time, it was Down With The Sickness, and oh my god, I saw a live version. That was the first time, like when David Draymond gets on his knees and starts talking to his mother in the song. Just when I see that live on YouTube, I have goosebumps all over my body. It's just such an intense, powerful moment. it's just amazing. But from there on, I went to a little bit more heavy. Think Arch Enemy, Cannibal Corpse. I never really got into Arch Enemy and Cannibal Corpse, or Hatebreed for that matter. But it's just like, for me, those bands, when I'm really angry, that's the bands I listen to. Hatebreed, Cannibal Corpse, Arch Enemy. That's like my 3 rage bands, to say it like that. And one time when I was on Daily Booth, which is also cancelled, just like Block TV from yesterday, I found this picture by a girl, and she posted a link to Set It Off. And I just listened to it, and I was like, whoa, need to know more. So I listened to Set It Off. And when I found out they had their debut album, I wanted to buy it, but I couldn't get it anywhere. I went to a couple of music stores and they just didn't have it in their stock, so that sucked. But then I found out they were coming to the Tivoli in Utrecht, and I went there. That was my second concert, and I went with a friend of mine, and it was amazing. The train ride, it was funny. We got there and it was just awesome. I mean, they were only the pre-show. They weren't headlining it. They were just like the pre-show, but it was just, I went for them and it was awesome. And the point with Set It Off is they're not really a well-known band. They're just starting up. So therefore the band members are approachable. So you can just walk up to the frontman, Cody Carson, and be like, hey dude, how are you? And they actually talk to you, and they take the time to get to know you and hang out with you. And that's just awesome. That's something that I haven't seen in the previous concert I went to, Arch Enemy, which I will tell you about in a bit. But just the fact that you can, talk to the band that you're a fan of, it, for me it's amazing. I think more bands should do that. That's something I really missed with Arch Enemy, because that was my very first concert I went to, Arch Enemy. And the thing happened, well, at the pre-show, people were throwing around like hard plastic cups of beer. And I got one against my head and I threw it back. And all of a sudden I get grabbed by the shoulder and I got escorted out of the venue. What happened was, because everyone was throwing with the plastic beer cups, someone got hit right above the eye, and they were bleeding and it had to get stitched because someone threw it very hard. So basically it was forbidden, and I didn't know that, and that sucked. That really sucked. So I didn't get to see Arch Enemy. I heard them from outside, but it was just, I wish I could have seen that, because it sounded very awesome. But yeah, music in my life, it plays a very important role. I use music to relax, to lift up my mood, or to, confirm a mood. Basically, when I used to read a lot when I was younger, because I used to read like 17 books a week, and I was always listening to music when I was reading. And there are just some songs that I hear, and I automatically think about a book or a character. Like for instance, when I hear Five, Slam Dunk, that's a very old band, I know, but I used to be a fan of that back when I was little. When I listen to Five, Slam Dunk, I think about The Neverending Story. I don't have that book anymore, but I still think about it. That's just, in my brain there's a connection between Five, Slam Dunk and The Neverending Story. I have the same with MC Hammer, Can't Touch This. I think about Huplo from the Deathgate cycle by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. By the way, if you've never read those, read them. They are fucking awesome. If you like fantasy, read the Deathgate cycle. But whenever I hear Can't Touch This, I think about the main character Huplo. And it's just for me, music and reading are kind of linked, because it's both something that I do to either escape reality or to relax. So for me, those are on a very similar level. And the thing that really shows how much I love music is when I go to the bathroom or when I take a shower, I have music on. I just hate silences where I'm left alone with my own mind, and therefore I pretty much listen to music all the time. When I'm not viewing YouTube, when I'm not I even play music when I'm cooking or doing the dishes. So for me, music plays a very big part. But now I want to hear from you guys. What does music do with your life, and how do you feel about music and certain types of music? Because as you may have known, I am a metalhead. I don't like the pop music. It's just too tame for me. But tell me down below, what are your types of music that you listen to? How do you feel when you're listening to music? How often do you listen to music? Just tell me about your relationship with music. You can do that down below. But guys, I'm gonna cut this vlog short again because I have some stuff to do. Need to do my dishes. Woo! Time for set it off. Yay! So guys, this is me, the Hellemander, aka Wes, Wesmeister, Wesmando, or DJ Hell, saying I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Alright?